Did you miss me? Well, listen, um, hear my voice? Yeah, it's still not great. And I decided to get over myself and decided to just show up anyway, even though my voice, it's less than perfect. And this is the reality for us, many entrepreneurs, is that we allow the things that are happening to knock us through, knock our confidence away. And by the way, this is day 7 of the Confident CEO journey. And I decided that since I'm speaking about confident journeys, confident CEO, that I needed to show up as a confident CEO despite what was happening with my voice and all of the doubt that I have in myself. So, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't watched the other videos or listened to the other episodes, I encourage you to go back. This is a great series, and I'm going to try to knock it out this week. So, thank you for being here. Also, subscribe if you haven't done so, because this will help you. Remember, and you'll get a notification if you subscribe and hit the bell that there's another episode. I want you to be equipped to live the life of your dreams by finding the confidence to be the CEO of your life and business. And this week, there's a lot of things that have been going on, but I was reminded that in order for us to run a successful business and be confident in what we're doing, last time on day 6, we talked about building a good online presence and strong online presence. So today I want to talk about the next step. And the next step is client attraction strategies that work. So let's get down to it. All of us are going to need clients in order to build our business. But the most important thing that we can do is to really, truly understand who that person is that we're trying to serve. I made a mistake at the beginning of my career as a coach, and that's that I wanted to serve everybody. That I thought, oh, I can do this. I can talk about weight loss. I can do career. I can talk about building your business. I can talk about leadership. And the reality is that when we talk to everyone, we talk to no one. And like Pat Flynn says, Pat, my mentor, the riches are in the niches. And yes, it's niche. I understand, but he knows that too. But that rhymes better, like he says. And I'm stealing this from him. So thank you, Pat. Okay. So who do you serve? Pick one person. Pick one person. If you were sitting in a room, right, with 10 people, you can only have one really deep conversation with one person, because everybody else in that room, right? If you're in person, they all have different goals. They're different people, different experiences. And as coaches, right, we want to be of service and we want to help the people that we know we can help. So ask yourself, what is it that you can help somebody with? What is the transformation? What does this person want? When this person is at the end of their rope, what is it that they're crying about? What is it that is really like hitting them and saying, why can't I get this? Or how can I do that? And what is it that they're Googling? What is it that they want to figure out how to do? For me, many of my clients, and this is the one thing that I figured out, there's many individuals who don't know how to run a business like a business, and they feel really crappy and uncertain, and they're downloading all the free stuff, and they're trying this course, and they're doing that thing, and they're copying somebody else, and then they're comparing and despairing. So I knew that that woman in midlife who wanted to be able to be of service, who wanted to live in their purpose, who has really creative, wonderful gifts and has a heart for service, needed to have the support to help them build their business like a business. So I identify that. Very important that you do too. Figure out who is that person. And by the way, I tell this to my clients. Many of our ideal clients, our soul client, is going to be the person who we were 10 steps behind. So ask yourself, who am I? What are the transformations that I've done for my life that then I can help others with? So again, Let's ask and begin with that. Second of all, I want you to, after you identify your ideal client, that you create, well, a good lead magnet, an opt-in, something free that you can give value to them. And why are you doing that? Well, let me tell you about the 5 parts of marketing. You're going to attract, engage, nurture, invite, and make superfans. Again, like Pat Flynn talks about. Everybody who comes in contact with you is going to learn about you for the first time. That's an attraction strategy. A lead magnet helps you with that attraction. Okay. Not everybody's going to be ready to buy from you from the very beginning. But if you are going to, right, attract the clients with the strategies that work, you need to create attraction strategies that are going to draw people in, that are they're going to be curious and say, "Ooh, what does this person do? Wait a minute. How can they help me? Ooh, maybe I can use that tool." And the reason you're attracting them is because you want to then begin to engage and nurture them. Engagement means not just posting in social media, but really starting a meaningful conversation with this person. Maybe you want to go ahead and once they download your freebie, you engage them by sending them emails, adding them to your email list, and creating this communication so that it's not just you, putting a billboard out there and hoping that someone is going to call the number. You're actually saying, "Hey, I know that you struggle with that. I'd love to hear more." And really, that meaningful conversations builds trust. And by the way, when you start to build trust with individuals, when you really know this person and know what they're looking for, then you are then going to be able to nurture that relationship. The reality is that when people work with you, is because they feel seen, they feel understood, and they know that you have the key to unlock the door to the thing, the place that they want to go to. I want you to think about once you are creating a lead magnet, also, is that you're creating a lead magnet that converts. What do I mean by that? If your lead magnet is just something that you put together because it sounded good, and by the way, I did that. I have a lead magnet on my website. I don't know if you can get to it or not. And it talks about self care and it talks about LinkedIn, several different of these lead magnets. And are they valuable? Sure. But for my ideal client, that's not their top priority. That's not the thing that is really painful for them. That is not the thing that they want a solution for right away. Your lead magnet should be able to get one tangible win for this person. It has to be valuable. It can't just be another thing to download. I've downloaded freebies, and guess what? Some of them are in my freebie cemetery. However, I do have freebies that I download, and I'm like, oh my God, holy crap, this is the holy grail. And by the way, the people that I've downloaded this lead magnets from, they made it great lead magnets. Why? Is because they gave me something that I could not only get a win, but then I began to know more about them, began to know more about who they were, what is it that they do, and perhaps how they can help me. So make sure that you create that lead magnet. Now, when people come into your email list, you need to be able to then continue the conversation. And that's that engagement, but also that nurturing. Are you sending people emails? Are you sending valuable emails? What is it that you want to share with the people that are giving you, trusting you with their email address? That you're not just going to be another clog in their email list, right? There's not going to be just that other stuff like, oh my God, I'm getting 100 million emails. You want to be that email that people look forward to opening and saying, "Oh, what does she have to say this time? Oh, maybe there's a lesson in there for me. Or maybe I'm going to get to know them a little bit better." So definitely create emails that are consistent and that keep you going. Engagement tactics that are going to keep your people interested, your audience looking for you means that you're going to be authentic, that you're not going to say, "Oh, look at me, life is perfect." Hey, I'm coming to you imperfectly with my voice today. And the reason I'm doing so is because I've struggled in the same place that many people do, right? I haven't had the right client attraction strategies. And now that I have this dialed in more so, and by the way, not perfect, but dialed in more so than others, I want to share what has worked with me, right? So this is another client attraction strategy. And here's some common mistakes that you want to avoid when building an audience. You want to make sure that you are not generic. You want to make sure that you're just not putting content on social media just to put content out there. Be really clear on what value, what is it that you're bringing people to. A lot of people show up in social media and they're posting stuff that they went to ChatGPT and said, hey, give me this thing. And by the way, ChatGPT is great. I've used it. Sometimes we get stuck, but ChatGPT didn't have the personal conversations with the humans I've had that personal conversation with. So, as you're getting to know that ideal client, and again, you're not going to get to know them unless you talk to them. So, invite them for a virtual coffee chat. That's one of my favorite things to do. Why? Because I get to hear the wins that people are having, I get to hear what the struggles are. And then, as I'm crafting my services, when I'm seeing what are the things that I can help people with, I already know them intimately because I've had these conversations. I'm not just putting content out there just to put content. I think about how can this be something that helps somebody else? Are you doing that? Then the other thing that people really struggle with, and that it is a big mistake, you're putting content out there just to have a presence. But social media is meant to be social. That means that it's not just you putting your stuff out there, but it's you actually following people, talking to them, interacting, beginning conversations, bringing them out of social media and bringing them into your universe, whether it be your email list or your membership, your Facebook group, or a place where they can hear your voice. You know, my podcast is a great way that people get to know me. Why? Because I am who I am in the podcast, just like I am in this YouTube. I'm going to be very clear and transparent. You're going to see my values. You're going to see what's important to me. You're going to hear me passionately talk about the things that I love. And also, you're going to hear me share with you the things that have helped me and my clients to gain clients, build a successful business confidently. So, go and do these different things. Go and know that you too can attract clients because attract, engage, nurture. Invite people to work with you, and you should be inviting people daily to work with you or invite them to something else because these people, that's the customer journey from where they find you till they get to interact with you, when they get to know you. And then most times, if people really know you, what you are, who you are, what you stand for, what you do, they're going to be the ones that say to you, hey, how do you help people? Can I work with you? And it's not about that sleazy, icky sales like, oh, let me tell you all the greatness that you're going to get. It's not real, it's not authentic. And that's not really how I work. I'm never going to say to someone, oh, you need to work with me for you to have the information that has helped me. You can always ask me something, and I'm happy to share my resources. Why? Because I know that if I share my resources with you, I may not be the right solution, but I am the person that's going to support you. And perhaps one day that reciprocity will come back. So make super fans of the people that are in your life, create meaningful relationships. And again, that's going to continue to help you not only be the person that you want to become in your business, the confident person that you know you're doing what is congruent with your values and beliefs, but you are also going to be able to create an impact and feel more confident about what you do because loyal clients begin as people who at one point found out about you and got value and attracted to you because of what you have to offer enough that they continue to go in this journey with you and come alongside of you. So don't forget, my friends, share this episode with a person who you know may need it. I would love to hear your comments. If you're on the podcast, you can send me an email. There is a link on the podcast that will share. You can share your comments. Or if you're in YouTube here, leave me a comment. Tell me what resonated. And also, what do you want to hear more about? I have more videos and more info coming to you. But thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, my friends, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Bye.